Alright, so I'm going to be doing a review of a movie on Netflix I stumbled upon. I just stumbled upon this movie and I was like, alright, looks cool, I'll give it a shot. And I was not disappointed. That movie in particular is called The Shadow Strays. The Shadow Strays is a Indonesian film that comes from the director Timo Tadjut. I cannot pronounce that name. Basically, I don't want to dare butcher that name, but basically it's the same director of some of the best VHS segments from VHS 2 and VHS 94. That being the one that I called, why isn't this guy doing a Doom movie? But now I look at this movie and go, why isn't this guy doing a G.I. Joe movie? Because this movie, it made me mad on a level. But not because the movie was like, oh, the movie sucks or whatever. No, this movie made me mad at Hollywood because I was watching it go the whole time going, this is what this is what the Snake Eyes movie should have been. The whole damn time I'm watching this fucking movie and going, this is what I wanted the Snake Eyes movie to be, Paramount, not whatever garbage you put out. Like, I wanted that to be the Snake Eyes movie, 100%. Like, not even a joke. Like, I'm watching this and going, why can't we have this? Like, why can't we have this be a thing? It's maddening. It really is. Anyway, so, yeah. So let's talk about this movie. The Shadow Strays is a revenge action movie. I wouldn't call it a revenge, but definitely an action movie that centers around a girl known only as 13 who was part of a ninja assassin society. They don't really say ninjas, but it's clearly supposed to be ninjas. They call them shadows, and they're international assassins. And essentially, after botching a job, her mentor puts her on leave in Jakarta. While there, she encounters a boy whose mother is murdered, and she takes caring for the boy. But when that boy goes missing, the boy's name's Manji. He goes missing in the Jakarta underworld. The 13 goes on a fucking rampage across the underworld, leading to some very shady parts, even on a collision course with her organization. I love this movie. I really do. And again, like, I do the streaming movies here on YouTube. That's why I'm not talking about it over on Patreon. But this movie is so good. I can't believe no one's talking about it. I really cannot believe there are just some epic fight scenes, like that opening scene where they're killing their way through the Yakuza. Holy shit! That's the moment I was like, y'all could have gone for a Snake Eyes movie like this, but no, we can't have that. No, we can't have a Snake Eyes. No. But this movie definitely has like a level of clear, like there are some great fight sequences. I will admit that the film does, when it's doing, it doesn't really, there aren't a lot of shaky cam in the fight sequences. I'll give it that. There are a few times where it's like, that's a little shaky cam, but it's not like over the top. There are some great bloody fight scenes that no one in this movie dies well. No one in this fucking movie, in no way, shape, or form, dies well in any way, shape, or form. It is a brutal film. It's a bloody film, and a really good time. I really enjoyed, it's a very simple plot, and it goes in a direction that you weren't expecting in a few cases. The one thing I do say that is kind of running against the movie is the runtime itself. The runtime is 2.5 hours. This is now, granted, there aren't a lot of points where it does feel like it's slowed down. Every scene, like every minute, like, yeah, there's every piece to the story. But on a whole, the movie does feel like it could have worked if you just took a half hour out. Like, I feel like 2.5 hours is a little too long, but I think it makes up with some over-the-top action and some really disgusting villains that you just can't wait to see die. This is a brutal film. This is a bloody film, and just So much fun. I will say, though, that it does take an interesting turn as to the organization itself, and I do feel like I kind of like actually the idea that we don't know a lot about the Shadows organization. It's more of, hey, it's more of this dark underworld that the deeper you go, the worse it gets. So yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed this. I'm glad, like, I stumbled upon this movie. Sometimes, like, Netflix it blows ass. I'm gonna be the first one to say this, and I'm sure I'm not gonna be the only one to say this. But when you stumble upon a movie that has great action and a pretty decent, straightforward story, if you loved, like, John Wick and wanted, like, and again, like I harped on earlier, where I was like, this is what the Snake Eyes movie should have been, then I really do recommend a watching of this film. There isn't really a lot I can really say further, because the movie, like I said, is pretty straightforward. The only thing is just the runtime is just so long. Like, I'm just like, guys, can we just go home? There are great fight scenes, but holy shit, you guys, I really need, I got other things to do today. Can we just go home? You're a great movie, you are. But, like, guys, I need you to, like, wrap it up. So, yeah, that's the one thing against it. If you have, like, a good 2.5 hours, I would say go check out The Shadow Strays. I know Netflix movies aren't, like, the movies, the problem is, Netflix usually promotes movies that just kind of are, like, overhyped, and then they leave, like, movies like these on the cutting room floor and just forget about them. I would love to own this on Blu-ray, I really would, and hopefully we get to see more of this universe. I think it's really cool. But yeah, so if you've seen The Shadow Strays, let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.